We've made some big progress here, guys. We've made some big progress. All this stuff behind me that you're seeing, including the cow, is all new and so useful. I have been busy. Oh, that's free cam. Oh. Keys are right. I've been busy. I have set up a whole process to get us plastic using HDPE sheets. So I'll explain this in a second. I also have a little cow who's pooping, and that pooping gets turned into fertilizer. And we got a big alloy smelter, a big sag mill, our stuff from Ender.io, spice and slice, slice and splice, soul binder, and some drying basins from Integrated Dynamics, which has all led to these guys, the bad boys, the solar panel Vs, the solar panel 5s. They're so good. What they do is they provide 512 FE per tick. Combine that with 10 efficiency upgrades, which are relatively cheap to make, and you get double that. So 1,024 FE per tick, which is conveniently the exact amount our excavator, which is over there currently, requires to function, which means we no longer need to provide FE from our grid in order to power our excavators. We can just set one of these bad boys down with 10 efficiency upgrades and let her run, which means we're going to be getting so many more resources. I have just been grinding straight to get these guys so that we can start getting resources out the wazoo. If we head into my AE system, we're running so low on things like iron and a bunch of other stuff. Silver, I think I have maybe 10 silver. Oh, I have 66. That's more than I thought. So, the name of the game this episode is going to be Quarries, or Excavators. If we look at my quest book, you can see I have done so much here. Chapter 11. So much through chapter 11. Grinding to get plastic set up, to get our pink slime set up, and to get our brown slime. We'll walk through the steps in a second. But there's just so much stuff. It's really nice, guys. I'm very happy. And we're going to be getting more mineral stuff, which will allow us to get more tanks and whatnot, and some more machines. I think one of these is like a miner type thing. We'll see soon. Yeah, your first quarry, which just all of these are going to be so useful to progressing forward in Divine Journey 2. Let's go through this. We have a unending bowl here that starts us off, and the unending bowl pipes water to our electrolytic separator, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen gets combined with regular water, again from the unending bowl, to turn biofuel into substrate. And the biofuel we just get from crushing up rotten flesh, which we have a ton of. The substrate gets thrown over here to combine with liquid ethylene and oxygen to get turned into HDPE pellets. We get the liquid ethylene because ethylene is a byproduct of substrate. And using a rotary condensator, we can turn it into liquid ethylene, combine them, and get the HDPE pellets. Now, we are running out of oxygen space here. I don't really know how to fix that, but we're going to look at it. HDPE pellets get turned into HDE plates with the enrichment chamber. That gets combined with nutrient paste, I think, or something, which we can get in here, which is the vat. To get that, if we head over, my game froze. We're back. We can take zombie skulls, which we have a ton of, and something like nether wart. How much nether wart do we have? We only have 20. We'll do 10, just for demonstration purposes. Throw these guys in, it gets smelted, and this will get turned into whatever we need for the fluid transposer. We'll see in a second. There we go. Nutrient distillation and 4 HDPE pellets make 1 piece of plastic. And I've just been letting this guy run. And now we have 146 plastic, which is great, because plastic is used for, as you can see, 35 pages of items, which is just excellent. So many different item add-ons, which all, I'm sure, will be useful shortly. We also need fertilizer to make brown slime ingots, which we just get from this little setup. Down here, ooh, listen to those mobs. They are awfully loud. Let me turn on my night vision to show you. We set up a new mob farm down here using the Industrial Foregoing Mob Slaughterer, which gives us pink slime as an output. The pink slime, if you take a bucket of that, throw it into a little 1x1 hole, like I have here, it eventually spawns a pink slime entity when you can kill. Pink slime entity drops, you guessed it, pink slime. Take the pink slime, combine it with, where is it? Mithril, get pink slime ingots. Combine the pink slime ingots with, where is it? The grains of piezoality. We're going to get to the grains of piezoality. You get crystalline pink slime. With crystalline pink slime, you get combined with fertilizer to make brown slime. Crystalline brown slime. And this is really useful because it makes the solar panel 5s, which we need for all of our ores. And now we have them, which is just so fantastic. I cannot emphasize how happy I am that we don't have to siphon power from our main system anymore. Now, what do I want to do today? Today, I am going to set up, well, right now at least, I'm going to set up a bunch more places to get ores with different excavators to get all the different ores I need. After that, we're going to start using those ores to automate a few things. The grains of piezoality have given me a headache like no other, because you need the pulsating crystals. To make the pulsating crystal, you need pulsating iron. And for every pulsating iron ingot, you need 1 ender pearl. And I am not overflowing with ender pearls right now. I think I've used up every single one. Let's see. 20. I have 20 left, which I believe is from my mob farm just running. So we are going to work on getting an ender pearl farm up. So that's 2 things today. To start with, we have all the different excavators, and then we have getting endermen. Give us ender pearls. I don't know if I'll use ender lilies or just do a classic enderman farm. Maybe I want to, if I was going to do an enderman farm, I would want to do one in the end, like kind of the standard vanilla one with like them dropping to get to 1 hit and then you kill them in the void. But I would want them to be able to transport the ender pearls to the overworld. I just don't think I have any way to transport items interdimensionally yet. So maybe that's something I'll look into today. Otherwise, we're going to be setting up an ender lily farm. I don't know where I'm going to set it up, but we're going to figure it out. Additionally, the cow behind me, so far he's been producing actually a fair amount of fertilizer. I was a bit worried it would be kind of slow, but so far from this one little guy, we have 94. If you have any ideas for a name, please drop down in the comments below to name our cow friend. Maybe he'll get a friend too, and we'll set up a few. Oh, sure, we'll show working area. Just one. Well, yeah. Give me a name for a little cow guy down below. Maybe I'll get him a friend too. So feel free to drop some names. For now, let's get those excavators going. Woohoo!
It's been about 3 weeks since I recorded that last clip. I got sick again. Oh, I'm on the elevator. I got better again, and I have been doing a lot, as you can see behind me, including getting a major milestone done to the point of infinite resources. I said that right. Infinite resources. Let's take a look. Well, first, this is the smelting system for the infinite resources, which I shall explain in a second. You can see some stuff running. I want to explain this. This is an automatic GP powder and RF powder. An automatic GP powder and RF powder crafter. Thank you to Noel357. He saved this world. He designed this behind me, and he designed the deep dark miner, which gets us all the resources, which I shall explain shortly. But first, let's take a look at the GP powder crafter and the RF powder crafter. As you can see, it's full of our redstone. Over here, we have a tank of liquid experience. and a drawer controller with a P2P tunnel connecting to our main network. We have next to the drawer controller a bunch of different item conduits going in and out. And in the crafter, we have 2 GP powder crafting recipes. One of them keeps GP powder in the interior, so this will never run out. This gets crafted, 2 GP powder gets crafted and stays in there, meaning we always have some in reserve. This one gets put into the external buffer and gets sent out, which gets sent over to here. This is the sequential fabricator, which stores our thermal conductor rod, the bronze blend, and the GP powder, which then gets crafted into RF powder. Fortunately, we don't need to hold on to an RF powder. We hold on to the GP powder, which we have from up here. And these gets crafted. Whenever I want to craft some RF powder, I'm able to just use this storage bus because I set the priority super high. So I just craft up some bottles of enchanting and some bronze blend, throw it into my storage system, it gets sent over here and gets crafted up. Additionally, in the fluid tank, we have a way to combine liquid experience with the conducting rod, which I put on mending on. It gets sent up into here through the item conduit. I can't access it right now, but all of these are on their own channel. So the drawer pulls and sends all of this stuff into the crafter. The drawer also pulls the GP powder and RF powder and bottles of enchanting and bronze blend and sends it to the sequential fabricator. Eventually, when in here, we have a limited item filter. Looking at this, we have the thermal conductor rod with mending on it. And this looks for, maybe not here. Oh, extraction. That's right. Excuse me. This looks for it to be at a quarter of durability in the advanced item filter. And when it registers that the thermal conductor rod is at a quarter durability, it sends it up into this fluid tank and uses mending to refill it, to make it better, to fill it up again, and then keep crafting the RF powder. This is a great system. I'm not smart enough to come up with this system, but Noel357 from the DJ2 Discord is. I highly recommend all of you go to the DJ2 Discord if you're having trouble. He has a hub in the sticky mega threads in the help section, and it provides so many wonderful resources. Going on to the infinite resources. Speaking of resources, we have to start up here. Over here, outside the door, there's a black dog. I could die to this. I didn't die to it. We have this. This is solar panels. A bunch of solar panels connecting to a power cell because our miner is in the deep dark and we don't want to set up a new power system in the deep dark. So instead, we use this power cell. All of these solar panels connect using conduits and send all of this power in. It's currently out of power because it's night. I gotta fix that. We're gonna get a better power source for that guy. But for now, it's good enough. Now, this is connected to a remote storage module, modular storage. If we head into the deep dark, ooh, spooky. I wish that this was a bit faster, but I can't complain too much. We have the other power cell on this side, outputting into our builder. It doesn't have enough power right now, but it has a Silk Touch mining card, Silk Quarry mining card that has some specific offsets to mine in the deep dark. If you don't know what the deep dark is, it is a mining dimension full of this stuff. Lots of enemies. Oh my goodness, look how many abyssal zombies there are. Well, I'm glad I'm up there. But down here is where the fun is because there are so many resources. You can see in these caves, it's just full of resources. Using the builder, which is really a quarry, you can mine all these resources out and get a beautiful looking modular storage that looks like this. All these resources are getting sent to the overworld where they are being processed. Let's head there. I spawned back in on top of the building. I don't know why, but whatever. We have a bunch of smelting factories, a bunch of sag mills, a couple pulverizers, and some enriching factories. the smelters and enriching factories meet up together. And if you look, there's different conduits leaving the different sides to have different filters to show what you need to go where. So this has stuff like coal, diamond, amethyst, emerald, garnet, opal, amber bearing stone, dark ore, prosperity ore, aquamarine shale, destabilized redstone ore, and oil sand. In here, we have iron, gold, copper, tin, lead, silver, aluminum, osmium, yellowite, draconium, arlemite, realmite, and rupee. Down here, we have this line sending over to those enriching. They're on the purple line. And we have redstone, lapis, certus, charged certus, inferium, and black quartz. And then finally, there's also some resources that get sent back just straight in. Those are clay, obsidian, sand, gravel, cinnabar, nickel. Cinnabar and nickel is used to make platinum, and cobwebs. One of the things that is kind of clever about this whole system is the sag mills. So the sag mills give you better resources from coal and things. You could use any sort of like crusher, I think, but Noel357, and I agree with him on this, recommends sag mills because you can use grinding balls, and these grinding balls allow you to get extra resources from each output. But if you want to send the right resources to the sag mills, because there's so many sag mills and so many resources you need to send, you need to use big item filters. But the issue is big item filters are kind of expensive to craft when you're poor like me, because you need skeleton contractors and these take a while, and then you also need resident filters, which just require a lot. So instead I used a barrel. And what the barrel does is it has two insert ones with two big item filters. And these have just the ones that are going into the conduits here, going into the sag mills here, connected to two more extracting ones just to send all over here, which then gets sent into here. And I love watching this. I love watching all my resources disappear and get set into my ME system. And what I love watching even more is watching my actual ME system just tick up. We almost have 10,000 iron. We have almost 10,000 tin, almost 10,000 copper. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love it. We've had a major power spike. I don't have to worry about resources anymore. I was spending so much time taking these frickin' quarries or excavators or whatever they're called and moving them around to all the different spots I wanted them to go. I wanted to move it there. I moved it there. It was a pain in the butt. But now we don't need to worry about that. Now we just have everything we need right where we need it, which is so lovely. Now, what I want to do next is continue on through the pack. I'm running into a lot of issues with crafting things, with things not just being ready and having to manually throw something into a machine, like manually throwing it into the sag mill or manually throwing it into this alloy smelter. And I'm kind of getting really annoyed at that. And I think the best way that we're going to be able to craft automatically is using, I believe it's called a formulaic assemblicate. No. Sequential, is using these sequential fabricators. These things are really, really, really nice. And you need one of these pattern validation cards in order to just designate for the inputs you're having in order to craft properly. And to make these, you need blank patterns, which you need pathology processors, which you need an inscriber with circuit, which you need osmiridium, and in order to get osmiridium you need iridium, and in order to get iridium you need I clicked off of it. Where is it? Somewhere here. Platinum ore. And in order to get platinum ore you need orchids. Get it? Orchids. And in order to get orchids you need to do some botania, which is a bit far off. Botania is in chapter 17, so we're not going to get there for a bit. But in the next chapter, we shall hit autocrafting. And for those of you who are not aware, autocrafting is just the most beautiful thing. We have barely started walking into chapter 12, and then in chapter 13, we get autocrafters. We also get fusion reactors from Mechanism, or fission reactors. Fusion reactors are much later. But the fission reactors are a really great source of power, and we need more power. So I'm going to keep progressing through, just kind of manually crafting things as I go. I know I should probably be setting up auto crafting for them. Maybe I'll start doing that if it gets really hard. I think what I'm additionally going to do, going down here, is set up another smelter. Set up not another smelter. Set up another refinery. Set up another biodiesel production area, because I am running low on power. If we head over to here, this entire system is hooked up to the same line as this and heads all the way over to our one little diesel smelter, or diesel, whatever they're called, generator. So I'm thinking I'm going to put another one here. See if I could slide one in, like, the chunks are kind of hard. You have to make sure to set it up all in one chunk, which makes it a bit more difficult. Maybe I'll put it like right here. Another thing too is we do have another diesel production heading into our ME system right over here. And this is full. This is just full of biodiesel, and it's just kind of sitting there. So I could take another P2P portal, set it up over there, and connect it to our biodiesel and just have a generator here producing power just enough for this area. Might be what I end up doing. Either way, I'm going to get started on that, and we'll record more in less than 3 weeks. I feel like with this helmet on, my character looks like a xenomorph from Alien. I haven't seen Alien in a long time, but this is kind of what I remember the xenomorphs look like. They have the little two eyes down in the corner. Editor, put that up. Put that up on the screen. Put a xenomorph up on the screen. We'll see. We can compare. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in more. Zoom in less. Maybe a xenomorph looks like me. Anyways, let's get working. Let's get cracking. Let's get building. See you guys soon. All right, we got our biodiesel set up now, which is pretty great. It's now providing power directly to our little factory over here. I've been calling it the alloy building because it houses all the alloy smelters I have. But anyways, it's just pulling from our ME system. I'm not getting close because it's very loud. Pulling from our ME system, putting biodiesel in a tank, sending it into 2 diesel generators, and sending it into a elite energy cube for Mechanism, and setting it right in. I'm still kind of sick, so I apologize for my voice sounding probably pretty nasally. But yeah. Also in here we have a mechanical squeezer and mechanical drying bin, just getting us some crystallized mineral as we're going. I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for joining me. I'm pretty happy with the progress we made. Getting all the resources now has been great. I was running into an issue running out of power over here. So I upgraded everything to Ender energy conduits from the energized conduits that I was using before. And now it's generating a lot of power. This whole thing is off because it was so backfilled. Let's see if the remote storage is still backfilled. It's not. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think next episode, for episode 15, I'm going to do a recap of what we've done so far in this series and give a bit of a world tour, so that if people want to watch who are new to the series, they don't have to watch 15 episodes to catch up. So that'll probably be out somewhat soon. I'm going to be walking around and just talking, showing off what I've done and showing off what we've done, and keep an eye out for that. If you guys have any suggestions to the world, any ways you think I could be more organized or improve things, please let me know. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And next episode, we're going to be going further into chapter 12, starting to really get our hands dirty with actually additions. I said next episode, I meant like 2 episodes from now, episode 16, because episode 50 is just going to be the world tour. So episode 16, we're going to be going into actually additions, unlock spotters, and jet plates, which I'm really excited to have jetpacks in order to fly around and no longer have to be like hopping with my boots. Because while that's nice and definitely better than just a basic jump, it is kind of annoying trying to have to jump a million times all over the place. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.